Are you guys ready for this story? Alright, let's fucking go! Hello, and today I will be talking about the time when I won the jackpot arena. I wish I had my reaction recorded, but unfortunately I don't have those clips from any of the fights, and I don't have like any reaction videos of some sort. I do, however, have a video on the second time that I won, and I'll leave an option to watch that video right here. But before the story begins, I want to explain to those that don't know how jackpot arena works. How it works? Well, you pretty much go one-on-one with an opponent and you use the bracket system. So what this means is when you beat your opponent, you go on to the next round against someone who also beat their opponent until you reach the last two players. Pretty much like half of the participants get eliminated every round. So there's only around 10-11 rounds. Alright, now let's get into the story. It was just a sunny Sunday morning. It was around 9 a.m. I was waiting for the jackpot arena to start, which started at 11 a.m. my time. I felt so nervous, so what I decided to do was take a quick hot shower because I thought it would calm me down. After I got out of the shower, I got dressed and I decided to step outside and breathe some fresh air, so I walked out onto the road and looked around. Now, there's no cars like where I live because it's not like a busy road. Well, there's cars passing by sometimes, but there was none when I was standing outside. But I felt so cold. It wasn't even cold or anything, it was actually nice out. So like, you know, this was during springtime, April 14th to be exact, but I was literally shaking, and I'm not even kidding about that. After I was done being a retard outside, I walked back inside and sat on my computer chair. It was around 10 a.m. at this point. I was so anxious for the tournament to start. Now don't get me wrong, I've played in many jackpot arenas, and I felt nervous in every single one of them. No joke, but I felt like I would like choke on my own breath sometimes. I had a cup of water next to me, of course, in case I felt dehydrated or something, so I would just drink that. Now let me tell you guys this. My parents did not believe that you could actually win money from a game. Well, my dad believed me, but not really my mom. I even remember my mom telling me, "Oh, in the final round, the game purposely puts a robot that you can't defeat." In other words, she thought it was a scam. But I already knew that it was not a scam. Since I was pretty much participating in every jackpot arena that I could, my friends on East 1 knew that I lost a lot of times. Like I would go on TeamSpeak every single time that I'd lose, and I'd be like, oh, I lost in the final round, I lost in the semifinals, quarterfinals, I lost in the fourth round to this guy and he ended up winning. Just, you know, I'd always lose. And they would like make fun of me, so like every time I'd go on to TeamSpeak after JPA, someone would always say, "So who'd you lose to?" I always came close to winning. I either lost in the finals or semifinals or just to somebody that's really good. But I always used random names to hide who I really was. To be honest, it wasn't even worth it. I could have gone in with the name Youngblood and it wouldn't have really like mattered anyway. I was not really respected much until after I won the jackpot arena, and to be honest, I kind of disliked that. No one ever pays attention to the noobs or those who are trying to reach the top but have difficulty. But, you know, hidden inside those noobs, those people who are not UFE, could potentially be the best player of this game. Now listen to this. When I won my first jackpot arena, I had just turned 15. Like literally the month prior to that was my birthday, and I know the rules say that you must be 18 plus, blah blah blah, but they can't really prove or disprove anything. Alright, so once I was seated, I was waiting for the countdown, or the time to go by, but it felt so long, and I was just so nervous that whole time. Honestly, I did like the feeling and the rush that I got from playing in Jackpot Arena. I wish DARKORBIT would bring it back because it made me feel good, like the excitement and everything. I placed my hands on my mouse and keyboard, and I got ready. I looked at my computer screen, and the time was here. It said my opponent's name. I had no idea who my first opponent was, and pretty much the same for the next few players. It's just a bunch of randoms. But on the 8th round, I went up against White Another. Now, we were both friends and we knew each other since we played on the same server, so we agreed to fight without activating our sentinels so that the winner would have it ready for his next round and wouldn't have to like, you know, worry about using Spectrum. I ended up winning and I was so excited, like my heart was beating super fast. He's a good fighter, and like just beating him, I was just like, wow, you know, I have a chance at winning this. My next round was against Buttttt Noé, and we both used our Sentinel, and to be honest, that was my hardest fight in that jackpot arena. If I did not have my Sentinel ready, I believe that I would have lost, because the Spectrum is a bit weaker unless you can like maneuver yourself into winning with it somehow. After I beat Buttttt Noé, I went up against Anonymous from G1. So I'm going to be playing the clip and commentating over it, like what I was thinking and exactly what was going on through my head. Alright, so here's just him, like, starting up the fight. We're not really fighting yet, and his name intimidated me so much. Like, it's Let's Win JPA. I went in and I'm like, holy shit, this man is serious. He's, like, going to win, but, like, I wanted to win. I was so nervous, like, I was shaking before this fight, but I was gonna try to focus and do my best that I could. So here we're both, like, backing off. We go in, he uses insta-shield right away. I was on my speed in the beginning. I switched to my battle after like 2 seconds of his insta shield. I insta shield smart bomb on my battle against his battle, and then I EMP'd after he did. So here I'm just wailing on him, and I know that he insta shielded before me, so I rip back away there so he doesn't destroy me. I wait for mine to come back up. I come instantly insta shield smart bomb, and then I turn on my spectrum, so I negate his insta shield damage, and then I saved my EMP just in case he slow down rocketed me or something. And at this point, I was just like, holy shit. Like, did I actually just win? Like, there's only one more person left. Just one more. If I can get through one more person, I will win. And I have my Sentinel ready, and I'm just ready to go. So yeah, like, after this round, like, a lot of the pressure was relieved. And I was like, I'm gonna be ready. Final round. Me versus the last opponent. The one that is keeping me from the Jackpot Arena winner title and from the $10,000. And he goes by the name of Hijitos de Hades. Now, I have never seen this guy. I've also never seen him again, so I don't even know who he was or who he is. I don't even know. So in this round, I was thinking, you know, it's just another 1v1. I got this. There's nothing special about this last player. I know I can win. I won't lose. I went into that fight and I was so worried that after all of this, after feeling nervous, after pretty much everything, I would just lose. I had my Sentinel ready and he had his ready too. And the timer for the countdown was going down for the demilitarized zone to go away. We already placed in the map, so it was counting down from 15. And then it was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the round had begun. We both backed off, came back in. I came in on my speed side, shot him one combo, switched to my battle config, insta-shield smart bomb. He switched to his battle config, insta-shield smart bombed me back. I EMP'd first. He EMP'd second, following up with my EMP. I PLD'd him as soon as I received this lock. Boom, I switched back to my speed config. I backed away a little, came back in, switched back to my battle config, and started wailing on him. At this point, I was like, there's no way I'm beating him by a lot. I thought in my head, I was like, he probably has a strategy. He knows, he's trying to get into my head. He wants me to think that I am better than him. Meanwhile, he probably has a secret move up his sleeve which he will use to defeat me. So I did not give up. I did not stop. I did not play stupid. I kept going hard. I started smashing my RSBs, making them hit harder. I was like, we have to win. This is the last round. And before I knew it, I had finally won. I won the Jackpot Arena, and I had only lost around 300,000 shields and 100,000 nano hull, so you could say that I like one configured him. As soon as he died, I literally screamed so hard. I was like, I won! And my brother ran out of his room and came to check if I was lying. And it was obvious to him that I was not lying. I literally jumped on top of him, kind of like in a hugging position, and I was just so happy. I went into my dad's room running. I told him I had won. He looked at me like with a smile on his face, and it felt so good that he was proud. Me and him, then we called my mom, and we pretty much told her the news that I had won. She was also excited. And then I went back onto my computer chair, and I sat down. I logged on TeamSpeak to let my friends know that I had won. They didn't believe me at first, but after they checked like the JPA standings, they were all like, wow, congrats. And that's pretty much where the story ends. For the rest of the day, I was just so happy, and I had finally achieved my goal. It was freaking amazing. Like I don't even know how to explain how I was feeling. But it was more exciting to receive the jackpot winner title because it's like a title that's there forever that tells you, you know, you have won. You have achieved something that not many players can achieve. And I feel so great about that. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember, when we reach 2,500 subscribers, I will be using Facecam when I make my videos. Peace.